Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashleigh. I'm Ashleigh. Happy Freedom Friday. Sorry this video isn't up a little early, but regardless, here we are. And today I just want to do a short piece on embracing change, especially as we see lockdowns coming back and COVID numbers rising, as well as governments turning over. And so I want to talk just a little bit about change, and then I have a big announcement. So change is the only constant there is in these lives, our lives, and so embracing that can really help us to live in more ease. And so I like to think a lot about nature when I think about change, and nature is changing all the time. And so are we. We're part of nature. And so as the holidays are coming and a lot of folks are not celebrating as usual, we can have resistance and feelings of nostalgia that can bring up sadness, pain. Sometimes the holidays are already painful or traumatizing for folks. And so with all that, I just think that as we experience these changes, we can just do it with the most grace that we can and allow ourselves to just embrace it, just to accept that things are changing constantly around us, within us, and that by embracing change we can really just live a more peaceful life by not having resistance to things that are changing. And that's not to say that resistance isn't necessary and that resistance isn't an incredible part of revolution, but just within ourselves, allowing grace and ease, and embracing change. And yeah, thinking of, especially here in the northern hemisphere, it's fall. So thinking of change, the trees and how they change every fall, and release what no longer is needed. Oh, there's Mr. Hoodoo. Hi, Bubby. And yeah, so I do want to pull a couple cards from the Whispering Woods. This week I had a hard time figuring out what to speak about. There's a lot I want to go over, and so I'm just trying to offer a little piece. But with that being said, I want to announce that I've created a safe, private community that I want to invite everyone to if you want to. I was thinking about just these holidays and how the lockdowns are coming back here in the States, and how, like I spoke to, holidays can be a really isolating time if they're, well, even if you are spending it with family, it can still be an isolating time. The magic that we had in the holidays as children, some of us, isn't really there as an adult, right? And so just embracing that too as a part of our growth, as a part of what it means to be alive. Yeah, and also seeing the truth around what the holidays perpetrate, right? Like capitalism, consumerism, false sense of thanksgiving. It's all rooted in that colonial capitalist agenda, but more on that later. So regardless, just embracing change as a necessary part of growth and as a necessary and constant part of life can help us to release what's no longer needed, right? And so anyway, I've started this community. It's in the Mighty Networks app, and I do have the link below in the description box. And So what I want to do with this is just create a space that we can really build up a community. YouTube isn't really a great space for back and forth communication, for coming into consciousness. It can be a really hostile or violent space for folks, and so I want to offer a space off of YouTube to let us all build and let us heal together, let us learn from each other. And so that's been created. I'm still working on like the guidelines and that stuff, but I really think that a big part of that as we build community, I want us all to have a piece in that as well. And so the community is called Happy Healing Essentials Community, which is the name of my business, but it doesn't have to remain that name. I just was building it and thought that would be a good place to start, because then folks who are here on YouTube or who are utilizing other parts of that work can find it and have it easily accessible. So it is a private group for folks who do want to come or get invited. There will be a not really a vetting process, but just to make sure that folks who are coming in are safe for the community and have good intentions and want to be in there. Because the last thing I want to do is build a hostile or violent environment when it's supposed to be doing the exact opposite. So it is private and will remain private. And so, yeah, I want to invite you guys to come to that. It's free, private. I'll be in there. I think we can do like different daily things, and it's going to be really exciting to see how it pans out. Everyone who's involved is a resource, and I'm really excited to see what we can build and how we can really shape ourselves and the world around us. So yeah, just embracing change in this time. There's a lot going on, and I know I've said this in many videos before. Just please take care of yourselves. Don't feel like you have to take on the entire world by yourself, because you don't. Really just try to work on yourself and just controlling yourself and allow changes to surface. Below in the Comrade Speak or Comrade Said section, I have two quotes from folks who are in my community resiliency group in LA. And the first quote is something, it's not verbatim, but something along the lines of, sometimes you don't need to change, you just need to make an adjustment. And the next person said, an adjustment is a change. And so I just put that there because I think about that moment in time a lot. And those two comrades are super dear to my heart. And so I just want to honor them and share that with you all. Is making small adjustments is changing, and you can change for the better. And as we're seeing everything around us change for what seems like a really dismal, sadistic, crazy, scary thing, remember that all you can control is yourself. And as we come into community together, we can continue to change ourselves and make adjustments to benefit our well-being and to support each other. And so that's what this online community is. Yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting to see who decides to join us. I'm very stoked about that. I've really missed group facilitation and having the community aspect in my life, and so I'm really excited to have this online. We can still do Zoom meetings together via this app, and we can do events and workshops, and share resources and articles, and talk about the things that are really heavy on our hearts, and talk about the exciting things that are happening for us. And so it's a big change, but it's a good one, and I hope you all will join me. I'm just excited. So I'm a little scattered. Like I said, this week I wasn't getting clear messages about a specific topic. And so change seemed to be like something that we could all just resonate with in this moment. And especially with the holidays and the nostalgia coming up, or trauma coming up for folks who are in isolation. I mean, either way, things are different, and so the best thing we can do is embrace that, and support each other through it. So I do want to take a card or 3 from the Whispering Woods deck, since I just spoke about nature, and I think I have that in the affirmations below too, about just like we're always changing and shifting like nature. We're always growing like trees, always and always. So, all right, let me shuffle these a little bit. I appreciate y'all's patience with me. There's so much to unpack and to go through, and I don't want to add heavy energy. I want to try and alleviate that and support folks as much as possible. So this is just a gentle little piece, nothing too profound today. Just, hey, we're here and we're together and we can be together in this other space. So I appreciate your patience. So the first card is Uncertainty. The shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. That's reassuring. So here's the card. I don't know if you can see it. Alright. Uncertainty. Let's shuffle a little bit and get our second message. And it did come up right, so it's a pretty legit energy we're dealing with. Let's see. Caution. Tread softly as to not disturb the woodland floor. Oh, wrong side. I'm already looking at it. So, caution. And that kind of speaks to the energy I was feeling this week. Not having a direct download from my guides about a super topic. Just treading lightly, taking care, embracing the changes that we want in ourselves and we want in the world around us. Just continuing to grow and let go. Enjoy the pulsing light of the firefly, but don't hold on too tight. So, here we go. Let go. That feels like it resonates with the message. I want to do one more. I'm really excited to make more readings and card layouts with you all. We over here are dealing with a shift in nap time around the 16 months of life for my tiny human. And so life is a little bit more sporadic than usual, which is another reason this video is late. So, alright, let's pull this one. Trust. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. That's deep. Alright, I'm glad I chose that last one. So, uncertainty, caution, letting go, and trust. Those seem to really resonate with this message of change, embracing change, and allowing ourselves to grow and continue growing, and allowing ourselves to support our own process as well as the process of those around us. And I really hope, if you're watching this video, that you will join us in the Mighty Network. If you're not ready, that's fine. All I ask is that once you do join, just do a little blurb about yourself. It's sort of like a Facebook layout. It's definitely not Facebook though. Like I said, it's a private space, completely free, and so we can use it for however we need it. And as folks join and as we build the community within there, we can always shift and change it to meet the needs of everybody. And so that's all I have for y'all today. I'm really grateful to have this platform, and I'm grateful to have folks who are asking about videos and supporting my work. It's really awesome, and I'm really proud of those of you who have chose to do some of the introspection work. I'm really just grateful to be here and have folks listening. And I really hope this message resonates with you this week. I hope it finds you well. I hope it can be that voice when you're feeling frustrated or lonely or resistant to what's going on. Yeah. So thanks y'all so much for being here. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next week.